give us the short version of your origin story, if you will, where you took sort of coming second and made a lifelong, one of the most successful careers in Australian music out of being the runner-up on one of those early reality shows. Like, give us the short version of bring it up to speed. If someone's on there saying, "Who's this Aussie larrikin bloke? Hey, who's he?"
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yes, I went on Australian Idol the very first season in 2003, and got down and ended up coming second. But I sort of got down to the finale, and I'd looked at what the other countries had done. The runner-up and the first place winner in the States had both been signed. First and second was signed in the UK as well. So I had I was fairly confident that something was going to happen from it. You didn't necessarily have to come in first place. I mean, you didn't win any prize money or anything like that for second, obviously. Damn it. But just the opportunity itself was a wonderful thing, And I think so. Just from there, I sort of had a bit more time than Guy to do some albums and things like that. And yeah, so I took the opportunity and just run with it, But I hit the road straight away. I did 90 odd shows, 110 shows that first year, and I've done around 100 nearly every year. I think live touring is the main place where you can actually make some money in the business, even though you sort of pay all the costs and all the expenses and everything, and whatever's left is yours to take home. And sometimes there's a little bit, sometimes there's a lot, but it varies, But especially with digital downloads and things like that these days, for a stream these days we get 0.004 of a cent for each stream. So 1 million streams equates to $4,000. So on the royalty side of things, it's worse now than it's ever been. It's a bit strange when the owner or the CEO of Spotify, who's 32 or something, is worth more than Paul McCartney. Wow. Something's up.
Wow.
So yeah, it's so live, but they pass the money on. Of course they do. Yeah, obviously. But they're all a bit the same. 0.09 of a cent is an Apple Music, I think. So it's all a bit tough these days, but you need to get the music out there to promote the tours and promote the shows, which has always been the way. But I think live touring is where it's at. You can't fake that. And I think the vibe people get from the live shows is something very unique and something very special. And I think obviously with this pandemic and that, it's been an attack on live shows and public gatherings in general, which has made things extremely hard. But people have adapted a little bit with their streaming platforms and stuff like that, But it's been a bit tough all the way through. But I think hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel with things starting to open up, except for the poor guys down in Melbourne and Victoria. They've just had an absolute horrendous run, and it seems to be continuing. So my heart goes out to everybody down there. Because I've got gigs coming up that people can't get to from Melbourne now, and sort of all a bit over the shop. But yeah, thoughts and prayers with the guys down there, and hope that they can hang in there and get to the stage where the government knows what they're doing, and hopefully put all this behind us a little bit.